So the last kind of thing I want to touch upon in this topic is actually getting the bill, because we do it a bit differently in our home countries. In Korea, we typically go to the cashier and just hand over our card or cash if we're paying. So in the UK, how this works is, like when we want to get somebody's attention, make that eye contact. It can get a bit awkward. Use body language to show your feeling here. Or just a polite excuse me, pardon me in this situation. Yeah, typically we'll kind of give an excuse me. I mean, some people,
we do
this
motion.
Yes,
we do.
Do you do that?
I don't do that. I don't know if it might be just a cultural thing, but I would kind of find that a little bit rude.
I do.
Really?
I find it rude as well.
Not at all in South Africa.
No, you're just
okay.
But it's not in a nasty way. It's just like, sorry, Bill, because you don't want to be shouting at them.
Right.
If it's a little further away. If they're right here, then I can tell them. But if they cross the room, then I'll be like, sorry, and then they know. They're like, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, after you've got their attention, the wait staff will typically come over, and you will either pay by card or cash. Basically, you'll leave the cash on the receipt, and then they'll come over again and take your cash and kind of give you your change, or you'll pay by card. And in both situations, you have the option to leave a tip.
Option?
Well, yeah, this to kind of depends where you are when you are eating.
There's a choice.
So, I mean, let's talk about tipping. So, John, how is it in America?
Well, I mean, you won't go to jail if you don't tip, but you might not be welcome back at that restaurant if you don't tip.
Right.
Or they'll remember you and give you very bad service, one of the two. So it's generally mandatory to tip at a restaurant where you sit down and the food is served to you. Every other place, you pretty much don't have to care, like fast food, cafe, things like that. But if you're sitting down, they're bringing your food for you on your credit card receipt or with your cash. You should leave about a 20% tip.
You guys are quite high.
20%?
That's a lot.
I mean,
but
you go to 15 and you're sliding them.
But that's only because, as far as I know, America has very low hourly wage. That's the reason why it's so high. So.
Their paycheck is from your tip.
Right.
Right.
Which is actually nonsense.
Yeah, it is.
What is that?
horrible.
Yeah.
You're hiring the people, you should pay them.
John, come on, fix this for us.
No, my main complaint is I have to pay their wage, not the restaurant.
Yes.
And that is my main complaint. I have to pay for the food, full price, and the wage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's what I would feel as well.
Yeah. So,
But it's mandatory for you too? Or?
Yes, but it's not mandatory, like you said, you won't go to jail, but it's kind of frowned on, you're not tipping. But it's 15%, I'd say.
15%?
Yes.
Still has to
I
do
try
with
for
it,
15.
That's such a weird... I
still
couldn't
a
calculate that.
I would say from 10 to 15, but I try for 15 because I know they don't get paid a lot. In South Africa, the wait staff wages are very low. It's kind of like cheap labor in a way.
Okay.
So I always feel like I want to give a little more, especially if they gave really good service.
Right. Okay. Then what about you, Walter?
Australia is a little bit different. We have quite good hourly wage. So it's technical, like for higher class restaurants, like fine dining, it's kind of encouraged to tip, but if it's just at like a basic style restaurant, it's not needed. Australia luckily rewards their employees quite a lot. I think minimum $18 an hour. So yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so it's not necessary to actually tip, but it's also good to tip because it's just kind courtesy as well. If someone's willing to go the extra mile for you, then it's a great little bit of incentive.
They give you that ice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
10% right off the top.
Exactly.
And a slice of lemon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, wow. I think a lot of people just booked a flight to Australia.
Yes. I would
To
do.
work
I would
at
do
part-time
definitely work part-time in
Yeah.
Australia for a bit. You'll
Yeah,
get
wow.
Can people who are not visiting, can they get work visas pretty easy?
As far like for Koreans, I know that it's the easiest country to get working visas.
Kind of like working holiday, right?
Yeah, working holidays. So many
Yeah.
Koreans are going there these days.
I've had a few students
Yeah.
that are planning to go. Yeah.
That's good. And I think for the UK, it's
Yeah, tip.
pretty similar. It will float around 10%. But yeah, you're not going to go to jail if you do not tip. So it's
But-
pretty similar, yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, you should. If you're a student, like a uni student,
No.
then they'll be okay.
Oh.
Like, I think.
You shouldn't be
Generally.
going to expensive restaurants if you
Exactly.
can't afford to tip.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you go to,
Sorry, my
to
two
Nando's or
cents.
something, you'll be all
I
right.
miss Nando's. I don't think Nando's expect anything.
No, Nando's don't expect anything. Well,
We
no.
have Nando's too.
It's not as good as our Nando's.
No.
Excuse me. South Africa made
That's the last time you'll
Nando's.
see me on any of these videos.
Your
Nando's
eyes.
is actually South African.
Is that like-
it is, isn't it?
Booyah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is that equal to McDonald's?
No.
No, it's much better. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think Exotics KFC. Exotics at KFC.
Exotic?
Very
Yeah.
exotic
Yeah.
KFC.
And
It's good.
it's healthier for sure.
Yeah.
So what?
Healthier.
Oh,
it's
oh.
flame grilled.
Okay.
Yeah. So, one thing I am curious about is that, I mean, have any of you paid tips in Korea?
Oh, in Korea?
Yeah. Has anybody attempted to tip, maybe when you first came here?
At a hotel.
At a
At a-
hotel?
Like
a
a
bar.
classy hotel I have.
okay.
Like I've done that but not anywhere else apart from hotels.
Just,
yeah.
right.
I've seen on some pubs like more Western style pubs that have the tip jar
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
on the bar.
Right.
Like one of our favorite pubs close by, they actually have a tip jar too.
Oh,
But
Ah.
yeah,
Ah.
I haven't really tipped them.
Right.
I, as an American, had tip trauma, of course, because of how serious the tipping is in the U.S. So when I was moving to Korea, I learned tipping is not a thing. So actually, not only have I never tried to tip in Korea, at those bars, I refuse to tip.
Oh.
Because I think that tipping is overrated and I never want to do it again in my life. I am so sorry to those people, but I have refused to tip even there.
Well,
I would be more willing to tip there because it's not expected.
I heard that it's sort of
my
like-
choice, and if I like the atmosphere and the drinks were good and they were nice, I would
see.
be willing to. But I spent too much money at our favorite, pub, so I'm not tipping because half of my salary sometimes goes there.
That's true. I heard that like sometimes it's actually rude to tip.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
in Korea, I've heard
Yeah,
some
it's
people
actually
think
rude.
it's rude.
So what's the feeling? Is it like
it's like, no,
You're-
don't do that. Like, kind of.
But is it out of pride or honor, or like they feel like you're pitying them?
Maybe.
I think pity
Yeah,
might
pity.
be
Yeah.
the reason is like I don't need your money kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like you're looking
So-
down on.
Like-
Because that's what happened to me. I
Yeah.
tried to tip when I first came
Yeah,
here.
me too.
And I just got flat out rejected.
Yeah.
And I was like, like awkwardly put it back into my wallet and then
Yeah.
walked out the rest. So that will wrap it up for today. I mean, we have been talking about kind of restaurant culture, bar culture, and tipping, of course. So, I mean, if anybody at home has any interesting stories about tipping or, going to a restaurant in a different country, please type it below. And I think that will be all from us today. So
Yeah.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification button on. That side? Hit it that side. Okay, yeah, so bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.